Hi, Falcons. It's Miss Hayes. It's April 23rd. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you got to enjoy Earth Day yesterday and get outside. All right, so let's go over a few things. So, first thing, Zoom office hours are today. Here is the link. If you go through Clever, I realized you need the password. It's always the same. It's the same as any of the emails I sent out. So you can always go find that. But there it is. But jump on, say hi, ask questions. I'm very helpful, I promise. Just got to jump on. Okay. All right. Before we get into today's assignment, I want to start with going over some learning log questions that I have already been answering this week. Okay, so get into classroom. So to find your learning log, some of you are clicking the wrong thing, so I just actually deleted it out of that announcement. It's right here. It should be on your upcoming events. It is your learning log. It's also, if I go to classwork, it should be right here, the 420, 427 learning log. Click on it, and you will open a document that has your name on it. That's because I made a copy for each student, okay? One of the things my students are struggling with is finding the comments in Amplify. I'm struggling with helping students with this because I don't have the same screen as you. However, Amplify did just put out today, and so I'm attached it here in our announcements. So Amplify just kind of, I guess, switched how they're doing the My Work. So here are some directions for how to get to that. So just like always, you click the three little lines, you go to My Work, right? You may also see notifications, I guess, up here when you're just in Amplify. I think they've added that piece is what I think they've added. And then you can go into My Work, and they have two tabs. They have Home and Portfolio. I'm guessing like Home is stuff that that you have not read my feedback on. So that's where you'd go look if you're looking for the first time. If it's something you already looked at the assignment, then you go into Portfolio. And then you can also search, but this is what you should be looking for. This is what I want to see you guys making sure you're opening. And this is why I'm asking you to like copy and paste this stuff. I want the comment. I've been a lot of times just leaving it as one big one, but this is what I want on your learning log in the comment boxes. Please let me know if you're still struggling. If somebody, I will give extra credit. If anybody will jump on a Zoom, email me, jump on a Zoom with me, let me log in as you, and so that I can mess with this and help students better. Extra credit for whoever emails me first and helps me out with this, okay? Thank you guys. All right, so let's jump in to today's work. So today we are going to do Amplify 2.3 Part 3 and working on our learning log, which I just went over. And then Spirit Day for tomorrow is Guardian Dress Up Day. So dress up like you're one of your parents or guardian. I have an idea in my head because my parents, I'll explain tomorrow, but stay tuned. I'll show you guys mine, right? All right, so before we jump in, this will help us with our assignment for today. So what we have seen, you have seen that a light source can emit more than one type of light. And you know that these different types of light can cause different changes in materials. We've seen that. That's what we've been doing for weeks now. But what is it about the different types of light that makes them so different? So this is from yesterday and the reading that we had the week before spring break. We know the sunlight, it's giving off multiple kinds of light, right? Gamma rays, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared, microwave, radio. The grow light bulb is giving off visible light and infrared, right? So today, we are going to use the sim in a new way. So you guys have to pay attention when I go over this today, to make a custom light wave. You'll make two types of light that you have read about in Harvesting Sunlight, and you're going to compare them side by side. This will help you understand what makes the types of light different. So one of the things we want is you're probably going to want this article opened again. So Harvesting Sunlight. So I opened it here. Remember, it's in your classroom. You can also find it in Amplify. But here is my harvesting sunlight, and I highlighted 2 sections that we're going to use in this today. Okay. The other thing I wanted to remind you, this is from yesterday, that different types of light have different wavelengths, right? So I went over how gamma has the shortest wavelength. The waves are really, really close. Radio has long wavelengths, and even the colors, there's a difference. Red has the longest at this end. Purple has the shortest wavelength at this end, okay? So it's all about wavelength. It's a little hint. All right, so we're gonna go into Amplify now, chapter 2, 2.3, part 3. So that's where I'm at. Okay. So our mission is to use what you've learned from Harvesting Sunlight article to create 2 different types of light that can have different effects on plants. As you complete the mission with your partner, pay close attention to what makes the light different from one another. Okay, so notice it says with a partner. Obviously, we cannot do that. So one of the directions, and I kind of have another slide for it. It says partner A and partner B down here. I want you to try it both ways. I'm going to show you both ways so that you can see it, and then you're going to pick whichever way you pick, you're going to answer the questions about it. So you only have to answer the questions once, but I do want you to try it both ways. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open the sim. Get that loading. Okay. We need to choose custom light. So we have not done that yet. So we need a custom light, and then we're going to edit the wave. All right. So remember, here is, I'm just going to turn the light on. And so it had sun, light bulb, laser. We need to go to custom. And then it said edit wave. Okay. So now we got to go back to our directions. So we can adjust 2 things. We can adjust amplitude and wavelength. So amplitude by dragging the vertical arrows up and down. Okay. So remember, amplitude is how high the wave goes. So right now the amplitude is 3. It's really high. And I can bring it slower. Now it's amplitude 2. Notice that the wave is short, like it's not as high. Amplitude of 1, 0 would be no wave at all, right? So I can adjust that. What I want you to notice is when I'm adjusting this, is my type of light changing? It's not. It still says gamma ray, right? So I'm adjusting. It doesn't matter. What it changes is the intensity here. Let's change the wavelength now. So this is my wavelength arrow. Right now, the waves are pretty close together. It's the closest, it's gamma rays. But if I drag this arrow away, notice the wavelength is getting longer. This distance is getting longer. And now what type of light do I have? I have violets. Okay. Real quick. So notice that when I change the amplitude, I still have violet. The only thing that changes is the intensity. So bright purple would be a big amplitude. Like a dark, like not very bright at all, muted purple would have a lower amplitude. It's low intensity. So that's where we get some of these different colors, by the way. If I go just a little bit longer, notice I'm changing to indigo, which is like a bluish purple. I can keep going. I get blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Go all the way. I'm going to get to radio waves. Change the amplitude back. I'm still in radio. Okay. So that's just kind of how we adjust it. All right. So now we have a mission. So you're going to pick which one you want to start with. So partner A you're going to do both. We want to make a light wave that will cause photosynthesis. And then we want to make a light wave that will cause the plant damage. So when we put that light on the plant, it's going to damage it. Or when we put the light on the plant, it's going to photosynthesize. So our directions are to return to our Harvesting Sunlight article. Use the article as a reference of what type of light causes these changes in plants. All right. So I actually already went through and highlighted for us. Even though plant cells absorb several types of light, plants only use some of those for photosynthesis. Most plants use energy from blue and red light for photosynthesis. So that means that if I'm going to try, I'm going to do partner A first. If I'm going to make a light wave that causes photosynthesis, I should use blue or red light, right? So let's go here. All right, so I know I don't need to mess with my amplitude. I need to mess with my wavelength. I'm going to need to take it to find blue. So that's infrared. Oh, I could do red. Red also causes photosynthesis. So red, here we go. I'm going to confirm. So I have red light. I'm going to take my plant. Oops, that's solar panel. Plant. Remember, I got to press inspect and look at, did I make photosynthesis? Yes, I did. Okay. Or let's try it the other way, because remember, the other way, we're going to look not for it to cause photosynthesis, we're going to look for damage. So let's go back to my article. Scroll down a little bit. Okay. Here's our kind of the key stuff from the article. The types of light that plants can absorb but can't use for photosynthesis change the plants in other ways. Infrared causes the plants to heat up, and ultraviolet actually damages the plant. So ultraviolet is what I want to look at then, right? Because it wants damaged. So let's go make ultraviolet. So let's go to edit the wave again. And I'm going to move again my wavelength. I'm going to move it closer because ultraviolet is a little bit more powerful than all of the colors. So there's my ultraviolet. Let's confirm. Okay, it's going, notice like it's not really lit up, but it's going, it's on, right? Let's press inspect and look at what happened. My plant got damaged and no photosynthesis, just damage. All right, so then, so what caused the light to change? Was it a change in amplitude or a change in wavelength? And you need to pick the correct one. Only one of those is correct. What type of light did I make? Well, I made a few. So I did red and I did ultraviolet. Which one caused photosynthesis? Which one caused damage? Okay. Then the next two things in here, just so you guys know, is just kind of review. A wave is a pattern that describes how energy is carried from place to place. Let me go back here. So what we saw here is we're looking at the wave energy. So this ultraviolet had more energy. Okay. And then 3, light is a type of wave that carries energy from one place to another, even through empty space. So those are kind of review concepts. And then you can press hand in. And that is it for today. So get those done. Again, if anybody wants to email me and help me get into your Amplify so I can help other students, email me and I will set up a Zoom with you and we can mess with it a little bit for extra credit. Okay. Otherwise, can't wait to hear from you and see you guys and hope you're having a great day. Miss you all.